Okay, I can stop the music. There we go. Right, this is a serious introspective game. Okay, take our allowance of $40 whole. Okay, so I guess we could have tried to solve the gallery, but outside of Thin K, I don't really know what else we're looking for there. That might be one I try to look for like a hint for at some point, but... Ooh, shrine. What do you think? Do we finally find out what's in this cursed chest? Maybe the other ones are easier. Maybe. But... Okay. Okay, so that's the curse. The trunk is locked. Something tells you it should stay that way. Wait, what? That's not how it opens? Oh, no. Okay. So now I'm just cursed, and I don't know what's in there yet. What key could possibly open that? I haven't seen, like, a cursed key. Interesting. Okay. Pantry. 2 days. So today, and then I think at least the next day, maybe one more after that. I guess we'll just do the closet. Go this way. Hello, gallery! Blammo. Oh wait, why did he go back up? So let's see. If it's related just to the subject of the painting. There's all sorts of stuff that we could say. How about this one? So that was thick or thin K. I guess maybe let's look at this one. So we have sins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7 deadly sins. Some columns. Trophy. Rug. Pride. Nails. Oh, hey, Harv. Glad you're free. And I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better than I have been. So that's basically cause for celebration. I'm glad that you're free. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, wait. What did the green room do? Oh, crud. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll agree. If Harv, if you got any clue on what to make of this, I'll take any help I can get at this point. Cause, so Jen got this one, where the result was so thin K for think, but like Thin K is like the least of the things that are going on in that one. This one, I can't even begin to fathom what they're trying to get me to say, because it's like the P doesn't line up in a way that makes sense in terms of what letters we can do, because we have to, like, did I write down which letters are available? Yes. Just checking to make sure they didn't change on me or anything. Yes, okay. So I'll go ahead and just put them in the chat for you guys to look at them. These are, in terms of like letter slot, so each line is the pool of options. I guess each grouping there. So we're trying to find what word is represented here. Because Thin K or Think is the title of the piece. So we're trying to find the title of this piece. They may be the same or not. I wonder if... What do we do, or something like... Is there possible as an option? Not necessarily. The Possig. That's it, right? I think the part that confuses me the most is with this one, Thin K was obviously our focus. But in this one, the P, if it's part of the word, it can only be the beginning, which makes me think that it's not related to that. I'm thinking that there's a chance that all of these are connected, like, as a theme, so it could be a synonym for think that could be applied here. Let's see. I wonder if we could do... Well, no, I don't think it can. The only one that I could come up with was something like pride or something like that, but that doesn't work. Oh, can I just do paint? No. Panda-y. Don't think that works. Okay, so maybe the other way to go about it then is, what was this in the other context we saw it? These are items from the Red Prince. So there could be... Is there like a prose option, maybe? Is Prozic a word? Wait. I saw an N. Was V something that could be here? Could it be proven? No. Privy? Maybe try the other paintings first. That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, let's start with this one. This one seems like it's got to be the next easiest one because so we have the big eyes. So very actual objective that way. So there's something eye related. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. Is I one of the first ones, maybe? I don't know. Let's, let me just take some notes. So CSVP. FRLH. AEIOU. HLR. Okay. Only all 5 vowels as an option there. That's pretty good. RPGAO. Oop. CMT. Go to the table. So VERI, which I assume, given the theme here of, like, eyes, the actual objective. Genu, I assume, is genuine. Vera, I think, is going for veritas, which is, like, Latin for truth. So EIUST. Genuine. Oh, there you go. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's veritable. Yeah. Harv, you got it. So genuine, veritable. Yeah, so these, they're not necessarily going to make. So what would the eyes be? I don't think that they'd be like ideas necessarily. So genuine, veritable, actual objective. RDL. Oops. Well, let me see, actually. We might be able to do... No. We do... Genuine. No. So whatever... AEIO... No, that's just AEU. So AEIU for that one. TRL. HLTN. R-S-E-Z. D-E-R-N-Y-S-G-H. Yeah, so if it is... So let me see here. So 7-letter words meaning true. So things that are true, they are authentic, they're verifiable, they're falsifiable, they're factual. None of those I could make. They are honest? No. There's another part of me that feels like the sign that says actual objective and is pointing in the distance feels like it's a go fuck yourself kind of answer. Well, I think you might be onto something there, though, Harv. I've been eyeing that Z. I could do something like a size, but those letters don't work. Nope, you were on the right track. It's realize. It's realize. What in the hell is going to be in this thing? Oh, I could have gotten those gems last time. Okay. Okay, so... genuine, veritable, real eyes. So realize and think. So those are kind of related, but not really. Okay. So... let's just start with the length on this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. For sins, basements, art. I'm just going to go ahead and see if there is... okay, so that could end with an S. If I can get my way back to the S and not overshoot it this time. Is there an N here? No. There are 2 S's. I'm kind of inclined to think that that one... there's got to be something there, right? With the sins, that n's ending. Because realize, admittedly, I don't Genuine, veritable, actual, and real aren't. Those are a little harder to grasp with, but sins and eternal. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, that seems like there's, and that's the hardest part about these, is that it seems like for this one, I was so convinced that this like chain handcuff hand thing was relevant, and it was not. Like thin K. The 90% of the painting is doing nothing. What do we got here? Bunch of vowels there. Oh, wait. I saw an M. Is there a B? Can I make gamble? Game. Okay. This one, I think... So going about it based on the letters didn't seem like it was actually all that helpful. A lot of consonants to start here, though. Those are specifically nails. That door is open. And these are like containers, right? Like organizers. Bins for sins. I guess you could see them as pins, yeah. This has 8 letters. Tafficants. Bins, pins, fins, and sins. I got... they're even... I got tin. Can I make tins? Is there an N somewhere else? What were the other ones that it could end with? This one just seems complicated because of trying to narrow down a theme. Hubris, envy, lust. Wait. So there's 7 sins. The shark could be 7 seas. Think. Realize. Oh, could this be like a... Is there a C here? Any vowel, any vowel. O might be the one vowel that wouldn't work with that. Okay, but let's say we assume... Could I do like a remin? Remin... Wait. Could we do like a remanent kind of a deal? No, there's no N there. Yeah, that's the hard part about this puzzle to me. We maybe go for like a... So it could almost get to something like a derive. But I think that's not it. Oh my god. It just seems at times like, oh my god, it should be so obvious what this is trying to say. And then at other times it's like, this makes no damn sense to me. Do you have any like letter setups that just... Let me see. What if we do... Carrot... Wait. Is heritage a possible word? No. I thought I was onto something clever. Eternal, infinite. But we're still going with kind of this concept of there's got to be a connection. So if we've got a thinking, so think, a realize, a... Is there like a potential or a... Is there a D? Can I hydrate? No. SNRKTY. But they do tend to be these pun joke reference. So, is there maybe infinity? Bins for sins. Him Tatty is such a great, great title for the piece. Let's see. Life. Lifeless? No. I am inclined, if there's an F in here, I could try to build like a confess sort of a thing. That's not enough, or that's too many letters for that. Oh my god, these are just so wild. Yeah, this one and the red P there, those are just those hurt the brain. So we're gonna walk around. We're gonna do our other stuff here. Walk-in closet. Hesitant to make dead ends. And basically, everything that I do is going to come back to bite me. So I should try to avoid any specialty rooms as best as I can. Unlock this trunk because it might come in handy. Okay. Commissary is interesting here. So is workshop. I think I will take commissary. Okay. Salt shaker, good. Shovel, good. I'm not going to buy the gems or keys, though. And I'll tell you why. Because we are cursed. The odds of us losing things are very large. And like we just lost a key there. If I am at least somewhat creative in the way that I open stuff. Let's do this archived room. Why not? Oh, it's a hallway. But because I now have a shovel, I can come dig on these spots. Got a key. That's pretty good. Suppose I should go through this door. Chapel is not good. Let's just redraw. Archived. Sledgehammer. Okay. Let's go with the archived plan. Kinda hoped it would be you. Ah, boiler room, my old friend. Okay, so Let's go through the archives. Let's take some power around the house. Alright, so we'll open a door here. I could just get the garage. The garage has like 3 keys in it. And because I've powered it, the door opens. And this isn't like another panel or anything. Which is good, I think. Okay. Dark room is scary. This could be the laundry room, and that would be really scary. So we are going to take the dark room. I'm surprised that it opens the garage door, but it won't let us keep power here. Oh. My problem. Well, sure, I guess I'll take that room then. Well, I guess that's fine. Okay, we don't get anything else for having this connected to power, do we? Okay. Anything in here? Gem? We like gems. We like gemstones. Tools or anything. I don't think I've seen a magnifying glass in days. Okay, this should be the lab or security. It is security. Okay, then what I can do... So first, we'll go to keycard system. Change the security level to high. Change the offline mode to unlocked. And then we will run back into our dark room here and shut down the system there. Turn off the gymnasium as well. Okay. Yay. I'm gonna go back to the boiler room before I continue further. I'd like to keep this uninterrupted power stream that I got going. I didn't think I was going up here. But as we did previously, we will divert power so we can make some educated guesses on where we're going. Oh, weight room is very unfortunate, but I think it could be worse. Oh shoot, that's right, red rooms lose us everything. Beep. Beep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's the broken lever. We'll just go ahead and open that. Alright, so we got another beep. Coin. We may be cursed, but in other ways we are kind of blessed here. I guess we'll do that and get our step here. We got the beeping. I don't know what it's beeping at, though. I don't see anything. Coin. Well, that's kind of stinky that that's all we get off of this, but that's okay. And that door is locked. Oh no, I have to go for the archived in the hopes that it's something that doesn't strand us. Okay, there's gemstones. That's sort of what I was hoping for. We get the coin purse. Take our east wing hallway. That would technically lose us a key, but because we didn't have any, we didn't lose any. Couple coins there. That's fine. I will make the gift shop, because that then means I can come over here and I can re-roll this. Interesting opportunity. Okay. The strategy is now very important. Walk-in closet gets us 2 keys and a telescope. Okay. Our stars may not be the luckiest, but we get 2 of them. Okay, so I think I start with this door. That's the furnace. Like, that has to be the furnace. So that, I don't want to do. Lose a step for drafting the bedroom. Gain an ivory die. That's locked. Fuck it, let's open it. Let's just take the archived and see what we get. The library. Here it is. Our first edition copy. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, screenshot all of these pages for the record, because okay, so going back here to the beginning, Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters, so that's our continent. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the elder generation, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet we must not let that flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of our whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Azura, by the ascension of the first king of Orindia, whose name, Horus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Horus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Horus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Orindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare. From Oris all the way to the western banks, a new kingdom was born. It was the 4th king of Orindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orinda Ares after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. Okay, so Orinda is the angel with the rod, okay? To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Erasia, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry of the old tongue. Okay, so the 3rd era. So as the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and by the 3rd era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Erasia. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for a promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. The 4th era. As the kingdom of Orinda Ares entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from his most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who was often seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. The Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, as the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those who viewed the king's conduct as unbecoming of his station, and were wary how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a cough, so I'm having to mute and not expose you all to that. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. Era of ruin. After the passing of King Desolates III, the 4th era came to an abrupt end. Luckily, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield, as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. The pacification of Fen. Morning Bay. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade nearby realms of Arch-Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear for their lives to the south, forever exiled. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen Ares, Arch-Ares, and Haraja, once again stand united as allies. Although the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past, and as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we are not defined by the color of the banner we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For it is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, our mothers, and our children. This land is, after all that happened, still Orindia. Now, what's interesting there is what is censored in the other copy that was in our library. So it was censored being called Orindia. Let's see. Employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands it once encompassed, and many in hushed circles still refer to themselves as Orindians. Okay, so the censorship is trying to erase Oris and Orindia. Okay. I don't know that I fully comprehend it, but I think I get it enough. Alright. What we can do is once again redirect our power. Okay, so we are running low on steps. Double check and see if we got any food. No. Just a trunk. Tempted to do the chapel, even though that robs us of a bunch of stuff. Aha! The observatory. So we gain our star, and we have Diamondus Major and Southern Cross. And behold, we have Diamondus Major and Southern Cross. Okay. So we should be able to go through here. I think I actually take... I think I take this archived plan because I'm hoping it's a... That might work. That might work. Boop. Boop. Key. We like keys. Naturally. And there's the kitchen. Oh, top notch. All right. So, buy that. We buy that. And then I think I just go all in on the bananas too. Because that keeps us in the game. Phew. Well, there you have it. We are locked. Okay. But that was a hell of a good draw. And that is locked. Which means we have to go out to the foundation. Which is fastest if we do that. Okay, it just makes the noise again. Garage does not quite know what to do with that much garage happening. Okay, so what do I have for items? Not a ton of things that I would consider very helpful. Dramatic music playing. So where am I going? Right, to the foundation. So if I'm taking from this the right information, our big reveal here is that, like, our family is the royal family. Oh no, you looked up the answers to the gallery puzzles? They're ridiculous. How bad? Was there any chance that we would get those ones? Because that's something that I will, like, say is, this game is beautiful in terms of the amount of puzzles that it's trying to execute. I'm not even going to say that it does a bad job, right? There's just... You can't give perfect puzzle hints every time. But it definitely feels like some of them are just bad. The one with the infinity sign you don't think we would get? The other one maybe? That's fair. Okay, so let's... That one's locked. What about you? Are you locked? No. Ooh. I love the vault, but not that much. Let's archive. Let's see what the archived plan is. It's a dead end. I should have just taken the one that gave me money and was a dead end. Oh no. Okay. And it all comes down to this then. Silver key. Conference room is okay. Cloister is okay. I'm gonna take conference room. And exactly what I was hoping would happen did happen. Gymnasium, archived, music room. I'm gonna take the music room because I need the keys. Yeah, that's the secret. That's why that door was locked the whole time. It's just not a door. It doesn't go anywhere. Tee-hee. Okay, and then I can make a cloister here. And I will. That's the back of the foundation. Behold, we reached the antechamber. So we get more allowance because the quest bedroom made it so. Okay. Open this. The vestibule could do us in. But I think I have enough steps to actually offset that a little bit. Okay. So that one is locked, right? I will make the gymnasium there, I think. Oh, shoot. The red room, right? I forgot what my whole struggle was about here. Okay. Morning room is a good choice. I think that's a decent opportunity. Okay, so we'll just go in here. And we will get... Wait, didn't we already get... Yeah, we did already get one of you. Look at that. And a coupon book. Yay, coupons. For all of the no money I have anymore. Okay, office, wine cellar. I could just take this archived and see where it leads. However... Oh, sorry. I was so focused on operating in the vestibule. So the wiki actually has hints in the solution marked as spoilers. Oh. I might have to actually take advantage of that then. That seems half decent. Okay, so if I do this here, I can earn and spread money that will be collected in the conference room. But I then would need to take that money and go down here and buy a key. Which I can do. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad route. It does mean a fair bit of backtracking, and it means that we're really relying on this or these to connect properly. I'm going to try to re-roll for something that will open it straightforward. Have I ever drawn the freezer? Maybe it's just time I draw the freezer. Maybe that was not a wise decision. Wait. There's stuff in here, but it's frozen? Not for staff use. I see a key. I see... Is that a letter? Huh? How am I supposed to melt things? Maybe there's some weird trick with the furnace? Can you unpower the freezer? I don't think so, but who knows? Okay, so I could do this. That gets me a key. That's all that that's going to get me, though. Because none of those, if I read that right, they cannot be adjusted or used. So those just go into the abyss. Nothing happens. I gain that. That goes into the abyss. Casino for gambling. Unfortunately, I can't gain money. It's just gamble for the Oh, wait, no, but it says I can't use it. For a moment, I was like, wait a minute, I can just gamble with no possibility for loss, but no, loss seems to be on the table. Yep. Yep, because we entered our money and our diamonds are frozen until tomorrow. So now I think we loop our way back around. See, at first I was thinking, oh, maybe it's just been frozen and we can, like, just go ham on it in the casino. But no, that does not seem to be what is promised either. Yes, that is a way to keep it between days. I think most of the time that we have gotten it, we just haven't had enough stuff to, like, spread around. Or to, like, want to save. What do we have for special keys? So we do have the secret garden key if I can make it to this door. But, ooh, that is a lot of if. I guess we go archive. It made me a bedroom of some kind, and we're done. Anything more I can do? I guess I can... Okay, so you said that the wiki has hints. Okay, so... Gallery paintings puzzle. Locations of hints in-game. Apparently one of them requires me to do something that I think is out in, like, in a range of steps I can't get. I haven't solved one of the puzzles it's referring to. It says that there's a hint in the glossary of terms. Where in the hell was the glossary? There's house history, no. Room directory. No. Shoot. Where is the glossary of terms? Oh, that's part of the network. Luckily, I have access to the network. All right. Dial up. Dial up. Okay. So, glossary of terms. So it said that there's a hint that, like, gives the names. I'm gonna look and see. Okay, and entries marked like that, or like that. Okay, so I think I've gotten everything then. So permanent? No. Trophy, underground upgrade. Okay. Wait, west path. Access from the garage and the west gate. Kept locked and latched. Black print. Ancient floor plans from eras long past. Or is it like meta something? Wait. Rooms 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all puzzle rooms, which is interesting because that's the same number of letters found in the gallery. Very curious. Wait. Rooms 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all puzzle rooms. So rooms 5. Okay. 6, 7, and 8. I've never gotten 8. Okay. I know that wasn't really what was being built up to. Because it just says... Glossary contains a hint that gives the names outright. So what we're looking for then would be... Okay, so let's see. So we're looking for... So we know 2 of them. We know that there's think and realize. But where would there be a hint that would contain those 2 terms? Entry, estate. Experiment. History. Keys. No. Luck. We all need a bit of it. Luck determines the likelihood you will find additional items in the rooms on your estate. Can be raised by certain items in rooms marked on their floor plan by a clover. I don't think I've gotten any luck rooms. So that's that. There's that. So trophy. Trunk. Underground. Upgrade. Sigil. Ancient runes imbued with meaning that use symbology to represent different aspects of the old realms. The book Realm and Runes serves as a helpful guide for those looking to decipher these Adjuran symbols. Special floor plan, special item. Spread. Stars. Terminal. Red room. Redraw. Rarity. Rank. Power source. Sanctum. Reset. Mechanical. Network. I feel like that... I don't think I've seen any use of the word think. Much less realize. I think the wiki's baiting me, which is par for the course. Drafting type, drafting dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players can find an arcade cabinet for dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Directory. Dead end, contraption, addition, joining, allowance, archived floor plans, bedroom, black print, blessing, checked item, Yeah, I'm confused by that as a hint. I don't think that's a very good hint. Okay. So, we're going to go back and solve it anyway. We're going to use the other hints that they've given us. Which is very, very kind of a wiki to do. It's not very common for a wiki to do either. Aha, the only thing that can truly defeat the chapel. Ice. The power of God is nothing before cold. Okay, where do we go here? Boiler, workshop, gallery. Okay. So, from the hints, it says that everything pictured is 2 collections of red things, which is something that I had noticed. So the red prints items. So the hydrant, the apple, the rose, the stop sign. The second hint, there's a blocky P. Okay. The right-hand collection is the reflected mirror image, distinguishable because of the representation of the text stop. Uh-huh. The P is on the mirror image of the red things. Oh, that hint is awful. Those don't even feel like hints, and I know that they're supposed to be hints. Okay, let's go with the other one. Let's do the 8 here. Bin, fin, pin. Oh, that's supposed to be a plinth. Sin, skin, and infinity. The infinity symbol represents the number 8 in game. And the pins are stuck in the 8. It is a room of 8 inns, including things that are literally in 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that smart. It's not even that I'm not smart, it's just... What? Okay. I don't know how you get from all of those inns to then... What am I supposed to do? Are we ruminating? Is that the word? If it's ruminate, I'm gonna cry. That's not typically what I would consider ruminate to mean. Room in... Yep. That's awful. I disagree with that one. What are you all hunkered down for then, bud? Okay. So think, realize, ruminate. Last one is actually pretty clever. Then I will give this one a little bit better thinking here. So... what letters do I have? Many. Go back up to the hints. Collections of... Yeah, I'm looking at the hints in the wiki, or a wiki, I should say. So it shows 2 collections of red things. There's a blocky P on top of the right-hand collection. Yeah, that's the thing that irks me, is that, like, I think for all of these, we got all of the hints. And I'll even say, like, I was clearly not... I don't know. I think some of these are more complicated than they need to be, to the point that they obscure the puzzle. Okay, so right-hand collection is... What are the letters? I'm gonna say don't even worry about the letters. It's six characters. But so 2 collections of red things, which we got. There is a big P. We did catch that one. There's the mirroring. And then the P is on the mirror. So... I'm gonna think here, so... So for... It's P on the mirror. And it's red. There's not. Because I could almost wonder if it was something like... I don't know, like a ponder? But I don't know how you get to ponder. Like, that part doesn't make sense to me. Pee on red but mirrored. Okay. What the hell is this key? Key 8. Presumably will unlock room 8. Oh my god. I don't have any doors. Son of a bitch. Well, I guess we have it solved for the next go around. Yeah, I mean, I get it now, Kiki. It just, this one, I guess I'll ultimately say, I think how you get to this solution and how you get to this solution are clever, but they aren't really... I feel like they're not terribly well given in the game. The ruminate one is BS. I think they're all BS, if I'm being quite frank. Because let's see, it says that the room directory for puzzle rooms contain answers. So parlor, this cozy lounge furnished with couches and armchairs serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and after parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining. Okay, so there's think. Ponder. Realize, and then room 8. Okay, this is the first I've seen the room 8 key, though. Do you have to solve this to get to the room 8 to get ruminate to... That one's a little backwards. Where am I going? 6, 7, 8. I can make it there. Okay. Not, like, bad, but I definitely think there's a lot of these puzzles that all they needed was either more hints for some of them or more placement within the house or like a way to gain knowledge. The other thing that I think is a little flawed about it is, you know, most of these things we solve them once. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Hey, Dark Shadow. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain one dirt pile. Oh. Okay. Cool. Yep, I think more hints, but I also feel like I don't want to say the game needs a hint system, because I don't think it does. But what I think that it needs to have made this like a really, like, a slightly more rewarding experience would be to have set up that, hey, for a lot of puzzles, there might be hints in the glossary of terms. Things like that. Because as it stands, we're mostly just, like, struggling. And that would be the only puzzle that I think there is a hint in the glossary of terms for. But that's okay. I think I'm going to call it there for today.